I'm just going to play a 10-minute game and see what happens. It's 10 to 9 in the morning, so usually a good chance of finding a player at this time in the morning. Taking longer than expected. I always expected to take long. But here we go. A player from Azerbaijan, I think. I'll just check that. Uzbekistan, yeah. Just say hi and good luck. Okay, Carol Khan. I think we all know what I'm going to play here. Yeah. Going to come out with my knight, and of course, given the chance, I'm going to play good old Von Hennig Gambit. I think he probably rushed a bit into playing that knight there. Okay, so he knows this idea. That's good. But of course, he should have taken the pawn first. Yeah, I can chase that bishop away. I know this is a bit wild, but you know, I'm nothing if not wild. Chase the knight away as well. Yeah, and now I'll take it with a pawn. No, I'll take it with a knight. Of course, if I take it with a pawn, he takes the pawn here, threatens the queen, then picks up the pawn. So I've got my pawn back, and I'm threatening to play h4 and h5. Probably going to be playing h4 anyway to support the pawn on g5. This is definitely the wilder side of the Von Hennig Gambit, so I will just play to h5 to support the pawn. I'm probably going to play queen here, in which case I can play knight here to prevent the check, or the check's prevented, but yeah. Oh well, that's great. You know, can just take that. And his knight hasn't really got a good square to go to. And I will, of course, be coming out with my knight. And I will be playing bishop to f5. And I will be playing queen to d3. And I will be castling queenside, even although to some extent I'm castling into an attack. Yeah, I'm just going to... I'll just play the bishop. So I'm still threatening the queen. Still threatening the knight and threatening the bishop. If he does play the queen here to support the bishop, I'll play the pawn here. So if he plays the queen here, okay, that's great. I can just play. Okay. Okay, I'm just gonna play the bishop for and rook for two bishops for the two pieces for the queen sack. This is definitely now the wild side of the Von Henning Gambit. Okay. But see, it's going to have trouble developing his pieces here. Yep, I'll develop one of my pieces. Oh dear. Oh, that's going to be good. No, if he takes the bishop, I take the knight. And if he takes the... I'll take the knight, and I'm still threatening to take the knight. And ending up like a double exchange still. But that's great. That's not great. It's bleeding terrible, but I can play that position. Great. He didn't take the bishop, so then I can play bishop here. And how's he going to defend that pawn on G7? Short answer is not. It's probably going to come knight here, in which case I will castle. I'll castle anyway. Gives me the king's now stuck in the middle. And if he attacks the bishop, I'll just play here. No, yeah, I'll play here. Can eventually come here. I've actually got more than I deserved for this this silly attack. Yeah. I'll just say check. Yes, get back. And now the bishop comes into its own. Of course, preventing him from threatening the bishop here. And now I'm threatening to play knight to d5 eventually. But maybe pawn to e5 is a better. Yeah, pawn to e5, pawn to e6. Great plan. What's he going to do about that? Not a lot. Yeah, well, then we'll play a double check here. Do I take on F7 first? F8, sorry. No, I don't. Take with king. So I've got 3 pieces from a queen now. As we know, 3 pieces and a queen are theoretical material equality, and I've got 6 pawns against 5. Yes, and he's got 3 minutes against 5. So, some kind of a genius to pull this off. No, it's been careless play from my opponent. He had much better than he played, and as I said, I got much more than I deserved from this ridiculous attack. But you know, he who dares wins. Oh well, yes, I will definitely have your queen there. Thank you, and be 2 pieces up in the end game. Two pieces and some pawns. Check there. Take this pawn here. Threatens to come here and force the rook off. Yes. My opponent is not long for this world. I just stopped that pawn because then I can win both the pawns with the bishop. Yeah, okay, not a problem. Defend with the king, of course. Oh, I should have just run away with the pawn, actually. New queen. Yeah, it forces him back to the second rank. Take the third rank, force him back to the... Oh, yes, he can go here. Gotta keep making sure he's got to move. But of course he's got to move. Yes. Now it's mate next move. He has to go to A1 and then queen here is mate. Just say good game. I will also say I was lucky. Costs nothing to be honest in chess. And the analysis, will be honest with you as well. He said I wasn't lucky. Well, we'll see what the game review says. I'll just have a quick whiz through the game review. 81%, that's not bad at all. 2 misses, 1 blunder. Oof. 1850, but okay, let's see. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Yeah. All book stuff here. Yeah, C4 is an accuracy. I like my von Henning gambit. Yeah, B5 is good. The best was to take the pawn first, of course. When he doesn't take the pawn, then, yeah. Now I'm plus 0.6. I've got my pawn back and I have a slight positional advantage, which I managed to give away. Yeah, that was poor, really. But I decide I can go for 2 pawns for the piece. Obviously, I'm not best here. Yeah, bishop to d6, of course. Yeah, should have played that whilst I had the chance. I can still play bishop to d6. Now I managed to confuse him with what can we say, a randomizer. Pin the knight and threaten to take the knight. So he has to defend. Not a great move. He should have just taken and let me get that knight, of course. Oh, it would have been better to take the pawn, of course, and threaten the rook. Never mind, and keep him from castling anyway. Yeah, decent move. Defend there. Yeah. I like my position now, even although it's still -2. I like my position now. Yeah, 1.11. His advantage is slowly disappearing. Gives me a check and he has to go back. And now, suddenly, even although it's still the same material, I'm plus 1.18 because he's not getting out of this mess he's gotten himself into. Okay, just good. What was the best then? Threaten the queen, of course. Yeah, well, okay. Yeah, I was wondering about if I should play the check first, but I didn't. Best take with the king, of course, and that's just a terrible mistake. And the rest is just a matter of cleaning up technique, forcing off the exchanges. I'm not saying I've done everything the best way possible here. I've just done it in a way which I knew works. No obligation to find the best move. I just need to do something which I know works. And this works. Yeah, terrible that I missed running away with the pawn. But he lets me run away with the pawn now. And queen. Gotta be careful not to take away all these moves. There are other things there. But of course, Knight Shadow works perfectly well here. Knight Shadow here, then he has to go to c2. So I've made sure he's got to move. What do I do now? Well, I can push the pawn and just push him back. I could probably play queen to d3 as a mate. So that's not a bad move. But I missed it. But this gives me mate next move anyway, so why play mate in 1 when you got mate in 4? Yeah, okay, so yeah, got there in the end. As I said, I was lucky, but it was a difficult position for him to play, and I just thought since we reviewed recently a couple of games where people who can play chess had sacrificed 2 pieces for a queen, I thought, well, it must be my turn now. Put my money where my mouth is. Got away with it. Yeah, okay. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe to my videos. Thank you.